is no vision, the people perish. Where there is no love, we're left in despair. There is war against your own brother. Trample your sister down in your quest to make living easier. To no other you give consideration. If we have to advance, we must come together. If we're going to succeed, we have to unite. Records can be broken, ropes of gold could be won, but the strains of life will intensify unless we get up and fight. We got to fight on, take a rapid flight, work hard day and night.
A well-known song, very well-known song here, one called Perseverance by Razum Shallow.
Fight for you and me, for the sick and the weak and the helpless, they are the needy. Fight on, get up, stop complain. It's a universal pain. From sunrise to sunset every day is a living strain.
WEFM, the new fresh sound.
All right, and before we get back into our commentary segment for this morning, please note that all members of the Maricopa United Friendly Society Bunpan are reminded to update their books as the financial year comes to a close. For more information, please call Mesopotamia at 458-5284 or the Kingston office at 451-2835 or email bunpansvg@gmail.com. Also, please note that or to join WEFM as we bring live coverage of the Lions Club South Flow SVG National Secondary Schools Public Speaking Finals. All right. The event takes place today, November 5th at the Methodist Church Hall in Kingston from 7 p.m. The 6 finalists will address the main topic, Our World is in a State of Confusion, as it tries to reconcile one's inalienable rights, civil liberties, religious beliefs, and the role of the state. The finalists are competing for the coveted Lion Michael de Freitas Challenge Trophy.
WEFM, the new fresh sound.
WhatsApp us or call us at 457-9997. Activated Mornings on WEFM 99.9 is on now.
It's 16. Roleza and Dianna dip on the scene. We come to work.
Oh, Lord.
The first rhyming word that came to my mind, I just refused to say it, so I decided to stop the rhyme right there. We come to work. We didn't come here to
lurk.
Well,
lurk,
yes,
lurk.
yeah. It was that. It was absolutely that. Yes, it was that. All right, my good people, my dear people, we are back with Activated Mornings on WEFM with Roleza and Dianna. So before we went out, there was a topic of discussion and some persons left some comments.
All right. So somebody is saying here, good morning, Roleza and Dianna. That's a copy of the cruise ship called Start and Finish. All right. So they sent us a copy. And he's saying, Roleza, I'm thinking about doing that and more. Oh, big up you. He says he wants to do a Know Your Country tour. Hey, lovely.
Okay, I actually have some. I didn't want to mention my thing, but it's good to see that person because I actually have something that I want to do, but I ain't going to talk about it yet. It's supposed to be something like that, but with a twist.
Well, team up.
Yeah, we could definitely do that. I might have to.
That's how
check for that person. Yeah, definitely. That's the plan to.
All right.
Collaborate, yeah.
Yeah, so you can, so they're thinking of doing a Know Your Country tour, and Dianna, as an enterprising young lady, is going to reach out to that person, and they could collaborate. All right. I think, so that was it. Somebody was trying to call before, but if you wish, you can try to call now, okay. Right? But yeah, so we are going to jump into our other topic at this time.
Hot topic, hot bread. Do you know what day it is in the United States? Wait, none of the Kojo and Anita, Queens. Come on, you're telling me nothing, right? We're going on today. How are things on yours? outside. I know how things looking in New York. How are things going? It is V-Day, not Valentine's Day, though. It's voting day in the United States of America, the great US of A. Trump versus Kamala. Oh gosh, I forgot the tagline. I remember. Wow, my brain. It was somebody was Kamala felon versus
Prosecutor?
prosecutor. Yes. Felon versus prosecutor today. Who will be the winner? Now they both have very interesting views on several of their topics. All right. So this morning I will be Kamala. Oh,
All right,
boy.
so Kojo calling.
Kojo, come tell me.
Show me your voting finger. Expose your voting
show me
finger.
your voting finger.
I don't vote already. If you go on my Facebook page, you'll see me voting finger.
Then.
All right, how are you?
I don't vote already.
Yeah.
Anyhow, good morning. I was trying to tell you, when I was young, when I not that I'm old, but when I was much younger, I remember people used to organize bus. Back in them days, they only had the big wooden bus. So and people used to organize bus ride to go places. They didn't have to wait for nobody. A man, somebody needed to say, "Oh, let me go so and so barrel," and they will organize that thing. They will talk to a bus man, and the bus man say how much money it is. I don't know why people afraid to go to their own places. You know, these days you can't go. No anyone is supposed to be able to go. That people have to take care of the place. That you should go in for free. And I think everybody wants to go into tourist place like for free. They don't want to pay. Because when I come home, I say, let me go here. Oh, I got to pay for entry. Like, when you come to America, you pay for go Cody Island, you pay for go there, you pay for go that, you pay.
Yeah, I think people don't realize that there is a cost for maintenance. And the fee that they're paying is minimal in comparison to what the maintenance fee is actually about, what it actually consists of. So, yeah.
It's been subsidized big time because if they really put the price that it's supposed to be a lot, some of the tourists might not even be able to go.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So, I mean, people, I used to do a thing out here. Well, I shouldn't say I used to do it still, but I used to do it more often. I used to go around and deal with the tourism products and things like that. So when I come to inside, I will buy, like, back in them, I could have been strong, I can't bring it now. So,
okay, I carry the light. And nobody want the light.
The light I could bring, but when I promote, I like to promote the real thing.
Highly flammable.
So I used to go around the country, not only country, California, and promote St. Vincent. That time they used to print more posters, like physical posters, and then they had CDs where I could have give away, But these days people don't want no DVD anymore.
Well, I mean, there are ways that you could get around it. Yeah,
but what I'm saying, you have to show people the online. You have to tell them how to go online to look at St. Vincent. And sometimes if you talk to someone and say, "Oh, go online and look," and so, what I have to do? I actually have to show them on my phone when I talk in St. Vincent. I have to show them this is where you go. So the promotion system is kind of different because when I have physical stuff I could give people in the hand, I don't see them anymore,
Yeah, we probably just need to get creative. But remember, people don't really want to be accumulating things either to us. So
and that's what I tell you, because sometimes you do a flyer before you go down the road, you see all the flyer.
Yep.
People take it out there just to get it, so you don't bother them anymore, and then we see them they don't really care about, you know what I mean? So it's that, to me, it's a catch-22. Do you do posters that is very expensive? And how if you're not giving out posters, how do you get to attract people to? Because trust me, advertisement on American channel here is not cheap.
Yeah.
Thanks to Sanders, our name is out there, like on TV that I didn't see before. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well,
So
we do
I
have to
mean,
get creative, especially in this digital age. So yeah.
And in terms of Kingsley, I hear say something like he used to see Glen Beach. But the lady just started working there only 2 months ago. She must have she went and see what's going on in the place and all kind of thing. You can't expect she to be showing up places so soon. You give the woman a chance for let she catch herself in the office. And then she could walk out the office after that. Because when you go into a new office, like really when you start the job, you have to learn the system there first before now you in control now. You the boss in that morning program now. You know what I mean?
Dianna and I, we take turns as being boss.
yeah. But no,
I know what you mean.
You were there before her, right?
Yes.
So when you came, you met someone there, the person had to teach you. And I think now you're teaching the other now. You know, that's how it goes. So now Dianna could take a whole man for herself. No, when she don't come. Because Dianna know the runs now. You know, she don't know what to do anymore and how to do it and everything like that. But you have to get to know the thing before you could branch out and do things. So I mean,
but do you think that Kingsley? Do you think Kingsley was more throwing that quote unquote jab towards the new CEO, or was it towards Carlos? Because I got the impression it was more towards Carlos, not seeing and hearing enough of him, and him not being accessible.
I don't know what people watching because I see Carlos all the time.
Okay.
I see Carlos all the time. I see him the other day when Jack Lewis coming. He was in New York. When I look, see back in St. Vincent. I mean, come on. You only could see people so much at time.
All right.
I live in Oakland. I never see the mayor. I never see nobody. You know what I mean? People are there to do a job. I think people that don't understand. If you vote me into power, you don't vote to see me every day. You vote me to do work. And if you're not seeing the product of what I'm doing, then you couldn't criticize me. But don't say you're not seeing me.
Yeah, but I want to see you only coming close to election time either. So they had to find a balance. Kojo?
I never see Kamala, but I vote for she.
Kojo, that different. Vinci smaller. Constituency is smaller.
You know what she got? In Oakland, where I live, I never met her. I vote for her many times in Oakland. I never meet her.
Well, you never know. You might meet her as president. All right.
Well, I might, but I didn't vote. I didn't vote to meet her. I vote because I like the policy. People have to understand it's the policy you're voting for and the country, not to see the man. People must get that out of their head.
I'll leave it there. All right. Yeah. Thanks, Kojo.
Okay.
Right, bye. All right.
Okay, then remember, if you want to be a part of the discussion, you can call us 457-9997. That's WhatsApp. That's
not somebody else. And I see Carlos very often. I wonder what Kingsley is doing. Anyways, next caller. Hi, caller. Good morning.
It's very pleasant. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Mason.
How are you both this morning? Okay.
We good. What about you?
You know, hanging in there. Oh, no, not too bad, sweetheart. Not too bad.
Okay.
You know, I was listening to Kojo as you were saying. People used to farm trips and so on. I used to be a bus conductor on the wooden buses, right? For some years ago now. And we used, women, in particular women, used to plan trips to go to the mental hospital, especially on a Sunday and the bank holiday. It goes to the, what you call the poor home. It goes to Sandy Bay. We used to go everywhere. I mean, I was conducting, and sometimes I have a full bus of all women. Just the driver and myself who are the only two men on there, you know? And as you were saying, I think people should form more trips to go around. You know, and people will not repair. I mean, there are lots of places in St. Vincent I didn't know. For instance, I went to England. When I came back home, I went to Beckley. I had a camera. I was taking pictures, but my Zoom couldn't think. So when I came back the next time, I brought up binoculars with me so I can see things bringing right up, So there are lots of things to be seen here, lots of places to go, but people need to organize.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Agreed. All right. Thanks, Mr. Mason.
Yeah. Yes, thank you. Good morning, good morning, Anita. All the best there.
All right. Take care.
Right, bye-bye.
All right. All righty. So, yeah, that's our thoughts there on tourism. So, bring back buses like Mali, I never got to ride it. I always said I wanted to just take it today and go Georgetown.
Why only Georgetown? Why am I reach further?
Because Georgetown it used to reach further.
Mali
was an open bus that I remember
Mali. I
remember some of my students from convents, they didn't want to come down in the van, in the bus. But it was a nice open bus. Hi, Anita. Morning.
Good morning, ladies.
Morning.
Alexa, volume down. Good morning, Kojo. Good morning, Mr. Mason. This is Mistress Mason. I hope all is well. And
I need that kind of confidence, Jada.
Declare it. Make that the opening line.
I will go to a gentleman and say, I am Mrs. whatever your surname is.
No, not Mrs. Mistress.
Oh, mistress? Okay.
Yes. It's a difference, yeah.
All right.
I always want to be mistress. I want to be Mrs. Mrs. wear the ring, the diamond. And Miss does be passed by.
That is a whole topic by itself.
Mistress get all the undivided attention.
Yep. Without the work.
Oh, wow.
Right. It's a difference. And I leave it there. Kingsley is my good friend. That's why I just saying morning, Mr. Mason, and morning, Kojo. I know he could take me to task, but that's all right. Antabac broad. And I leave it right there.
All right.
Well, Mr. Horn, Kojo, is you bring me business on radio, Roleza and Dianna didn't know one thing about the Bold and the Beautiful. But I know if Mr. Horn is listening, he would call me later and he would say, Anita, who is this? What kind of Koduma is this that I hear you reading this morning? And I hear my name. But listen, oh God, as the Trinidad, it would say, we Papa, all you left me, yes. And I thought,
all right.
Have a good one.
You as well. Thanks, Anita.
Bye.
All right.
Oh, wow.
All right.
Anita, you're going to call me back tomorrow morning, okay? You're going to tell me. All right. So we're going into the topic now.
Yes, let's go.
So Trump and Kamala, big.
All right, we have another call.
All right then.
All right, hi caller. Good morning.
Come on, sisters. How is everything going to you? I just got to just say something on this topic.
You asked me how we're doing. Hold on, Hammer. You asked me how we're doing. We are fine. And how are you?
Well, not as fine as you. You're better than me. You're working, and I'm not. I've been working for 16 years, and why didn't I work for 16 years? You ever stop to come and say, let me come and find out really what Hamilton grievances. This is a man, more than that lady who called, who supported Ralph Gonzalez more than anybody else. I should not be out of a job, and children should not be blocked from work, and the shouldn't carry my market from 500. So you go good. But then you just make a mistake and be critical of them, and you can see what they put you out of a job. So I'm okay, but you're better than me, and God bless you for that. And the lady who called, miss, please give me a call because this is Hammy. I work hard to make sure that ULP got there and Ralph Gonzalez, a lost friend, can talk to me. Just call to just say quickly that the situation with the country is as hard as what is happening in America. Inflation has taken over. And what is inflation? When you mismanage a country, when you spend the money more than you receive, when you print dollars and such. What has happened to our country? What is happening on the ground with our farmers, our fishermen, 90-something% of our population? Not you and a few others. You all have your salary, you have a good salary, you could get a little help. If something happened to you and you run out, you could say, hey, Audrey, help me and give me back a loan, give me. They won't do that for many of us who are very critical of them. So currently people say a civil servant getting $1,000. How are they going to do any bus ride when just food alone? You really know what the price is, milk, sugar, oil, and all. You ever really stop to understand inflation? Why is it so hard in the supermarket, my sisters? Because why? They have mismanaged the country, destroyed all the productive sectors. Hamilton ain't going to be welcome for that, but it's the truth. And so before, under Milton K2, under Annie Eustace and James Mitchell, we produce as much as 400 million for tourism. 400 for agriculture. Banana alone account for 145 million. We had a vibrant manufacturing sector. We had basically, a country where, for example, we didn't have all this high VAT and high duties. And so who going to be in the right mind, knowing that people can't even send the children certain days and this kind of thing? Go take money to go bus right. We could fix that. We get back our agriculture sector. Do you know when I come on radio, somebody gonna call in and say Hamilton telling something that is not true? How much are we producing for agriculture? We're not even producing ginger, not even producing arrowroot. So you say bananas, and so you heard somebody say bananas dead. But now bananas is dead when 55% of GDP in the Canary Islands. When St. Lucia, Grenada, and Dominica planting bananas are daily. You get a weekly income. And so right now we're starving, but some living good. Hamilton could have lived good.
All right.
So if
All right,
I live good, you think, and so try and understand that our massive suffering, do not find yourself in a situation. Mix up the reality of what is happening in our country. We need to have change. Let me make it clear again.
Okay, Hamo. You start off so good with your voice, calm and thing. What happened?
Sorry about that. Miss, I'm telling you, I'm paying in for the lies that is told on radio every day. I want to say to you one last thing. Nobody associate me as an NDP. I gave them support 3 times. I called Friday, I called the cock, I called comments. They don't talk to me. You know why? Because I said they're disorganized.
All right, thank you.
God would not have made that error. We're not going to get any changes until we get changes within the NDP. But I make myself clear, I'm not in any party. I believe in people, I believe in God.
All right, thanks, Hamo. Have a good one today.
God bless you. Sorry for the passion, but I can't change. God bless you all very much.
All right, Hamo. All right. Let's see if we get into this topic this morning. We have Joshua. All right. We're going to try, right? We're going to try. Hi, Joshua.
Morning, Joshua.
Oh, Miss God. All right, let's go. All right.
Okay.
All right. So it is voting day here. All right, Joshua's back. Hi, Joshua. Morning.
Hey, good morning. How you guys doing?
We're all right. You?
I listened to Kingsley and I got some kind of sympathy for him. He said he has one phone that doesn't work.
Oh, you want to give one of yours?
Next time I come to St. Vincent, I'll give you one of mine. And to Mr. Hamilton, I have a suggestion for him. Well, 2 suggestions. Start your own show, your own radio show, and run for public office. Because I have no problem with you accommodating anybody, even me. But if you just keep talking, and you don't do nothing, it doesn't accomplish anything. He reminds me of, I remember before Dr. Gun Monroe died, I considered him a friend because he was my doctor ever since I was a baby. I wanted to visit him one day in Beckway, and the guy in the dock said, just follow the sound of the peacocks. And I did that, because for those of you who knew Dr. Gun Monroe, he had some peacocks, man. Them things make some noise. So Mr. Hamilton reminds me of that. Mr. Hamilton, start your own show and run for public office. Run as an independent. And don't say independents can't do nothing. Look at what Sir James Mitchell did. He went as an independent. They called him a messenger boy. But he ended up being one of the better prime ministers St. Vincent has ever seen. So, Mr. Hamilton, I would support you. Go out there as an independent and run for public office. And Kingsley, we could work something out with that phone. Have a good day.
Bye, Joshua.
Joshua, why you calling this here to trouble the people them? Why?
All right. Let's head into this topic. All right. All right. So as we said, it is voting day in the US, and it is going to be a historical day in more ways than one. Well, the thing of it is that so it's voting day, yes. But the results may not actually come out tonight either, right? It might take some time for the results to come out. So it's really just for us to sit back and see how this unfolds. Are we going to see the first female Black president being elected to office, or are we going to see Donald Trump? And I don't want to put the negatives in front of it, but I had to face the reality. A felon, right? He has convictions, and he hasn't been sentenced as yet. So if he does become president, it will be interesting to see what happens there. All right. But by himself, he is a classic unto himself. Hi, caller. Good morning.
Good morning.
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 I feel like you can't get the real topic in.
No. We tried real hard. But we know people listening, so it's
let me try to start something for you, man.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, I already voted before I came home.
Okay.
Because I have a dual citizenship. So before I left New York, I do my mailing already.
Mm-hmm.
So, well, I had to go with the Democrat.
Mm-hmm.
I registered as a Democrat. So I already cast for Kamala.
Okay.
And, she is part of a West Indian, and she is Black. And, her policy sound great to me.
Mm-hmm.
So I just wish her good luck today. I mean, it's tight. It's tight.
Yes.
In the beginning, I thought would it be a walk away.
Mm-hmm.
But
you really did?
Vote.
You really did, though? Because
in the beginning, yes.
Let me tell you why I'm asking. Just for the mere fact that Trump has returned, right? Even as a candidate, even to be nominated, you really thought that it was going to be an easy win for her?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
Because the fact that a lot of the Republicans was turning because of what happened after the last election.
Okay.
He had lose a lot of support and so on. I didn't even think he would get the nominee. But it happened because of certain reason within the Democratic, within the Republican organization. A lot of them didn't like him, but they're free to speak out because of what could happen to them during their time. For example, the senators and so on, when time comes for them to re-elect. If you understand the American system. But what happened right now is the electoral college. I mean, for example, Kamala could win could get millions of votes more than Trump.
Mm-hmm.
But those 7 states with the electoral college is what is the key to the American election. For example, right now Pennsylvania is the bottleneck. If she could win Pennsylvania, she go on clear.
Mm-hmm.
But Trump already have at least 3 of those electoral college states locked down.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a couple of the out of the 7, there may be about 3 of them which is bottleneck. So there is where the whole drama comes in.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have to wait for the overseas ballot, like for example the military all over the world.
Mm-hmm.
So as you say, it might be quite in Thursday before they really count all the votes.
Yeah.
Maybe they could make some predictions, but knowing Trump and his organization, they gotta wait. You understand?
Yeah, I do believe that it's going to be a tight one. This one I was listening on before I came in, and I'm not sure in which polling station it is. But I think it's the smallest one because there were only like 6 votes cast, and it was 3-3. It was split 3-3. So they're already saying that it's starting off to be, if you're just looking at that as a representation of what's happening or what could possibly happen, that they're saying it's going to be very tight. So yeah.
And the other thing is that you might have a big state where you have millions of people, and sometimes that doesn't even count because the small states, which carries the electoral college, them is who have the weight. You know, so it's like, okay, like St. Vincent, where you have the constituency, and maybe one party might win the popular vote, but if you carry the constituencies, you won the election.
Yep. Yeah.
All right. That's just my little piece here.
All right, no problem. Thanks for contributing.
No problem.
All right. So let's
the fact that Trump and Kamala are so close in this election is so hilarious to me.
I think what it does is that even from the very first time that Trump was elected and nominated again and again, it says a lot to me about how Americans probably are in terms of how they actually, what they really think. And it was a bit worrying for me, right? Because even the first time that he went up, I looked at America as being a laughing stock, right? To see that Trump was even nominated in the first place, much less to being president, you know, and to see that he's back again, it says something to me. It says a lot to me, actually, you know. But I don't know if persons like the entertainment of having him in office, because you notice that you weren't hearing like stories coming out from his during Biden's presidency. You weren't hearing a lot of the what's the word I want to use? A lot of the media didn't have a lot to go with, right? In terms of stories that are going to be of interest or stories that you can laugh at, stories that could enrage you. You know, there wasn't a lot coming out from Biden. Most are coming down to the end. You were getting a lot of it, right? But in terms of Trump, I think maybe they're just looking at his entire candidacy as being a drama-filled show. You know, maybe it's one of his type of shows, you know, just filled with drama and filled with controversy. And maybe that is what people like.
Perhaps.
Unfortunately, that is what people sometimes like, you know.
That's true.
And I don't want to trivialize it in terms of that this is all that I see coming out from him, but it's the core of what I see coming out from him. All right. So, yeah.
Well, as it relates to their views, we're gonna go into some of their views. These things that are calling the voters, right? So for Kamala, as it relates to inflation, Kamala thinks that prices are definitely still too high, and she says that she has plans to build up the opportunity economy, which is focused on the middle class, which plans to combat price gouging, boost housing development, aid first-time home owners, home buyers, expand tax credits for parents, and expand Medicare to cover in-home senior care.
All right. And in relation to Trump is saying that much of his inflation reduction plans hinge on his vow to slash energy costs by expanding oil and gas drilling and deregulation through economists, and says that his plans for sweeping tariffs and mass deportations could actually raise costs. All right. So that is the difference there in views regarding Trump and Harris.
It's interesting how Trump just believes in this deportation thing, and a bunch of Americans with him. I feel like that's just one of the reasons why they keep selecting him. They're just so happy to hear we're putting people out of our country.
But it's so weird because America is built on immigrants.
Exactly.
You know, so
exactly.
What is it? You know, look at his wife. I mean, what is it? But anyways, all right.
But America, huh? Moving on. So another big topic is abortion. And for Kamala, she where did it go? All right, so she was a vocal proponent of the reproductive rights before she became a nominee, right? And she, as a candidate, she has called on the Congress to pass legislation to restore the protections of the Roe versus Wade case, which the Supreme Court overturned in 2022. Doing so All right, so that's all you need to know. So she has called on the Congress to pass legislation to restore the protections of that particular case.
All right. So in relation to what Trump's thoughts are on this, he said that he would leave this up to the states. He said he has vowed that as president, he would not sign any national abortion ban, and he would not enforce any law. And he would not enforce any law. All right. So there's somewhat, I guess, maybe trying to be on the fence with regards to this because they know that it's a very topical issue, especially among women.
Yeah. Interesting. I will not say anything more, but I will just move on. So the other thing that is a big topic for them. Why is my phone behaving so foolish? Because I cannot find it. Where did it go? Okay, go through with Trump's view.
Okay, so Trump's view. So we're looking at the issue of immigration. So for deportation, he has promised to carry out the largest domestic deportation operation in the U.S. history, a policy that could face logistical, legal, and financial hurdles, tearing apart families and unleashing fear throughout immigrant communities. All right, so we already know, or we've already heard a lot in terms of his views on immigrants. You know, we've looked at or heard of derogatory terms being used regarding immigrants. And if he gets into office, it doesn't matter if these persons were there for a while. It doesn't matter the contribution that they've made to the American economy. It doesn't matter if they've been upstanding citizens in terms of not committing illegal acts or illegal crimes. Once they're an immigrant and once they are, they should be deported, or in his views that they should be deported, this is what is going to happen.
And Kamala, she has laid out a plan to enact stricter penalties for people who attempt to claim asylum between lawful ports of entry. Arrest of people for crossing the southern border reached record levels. That's not necessary, as Vice President Harris was tasked with addressing the root causes of migration. So she laid out a plan to enact stricter penalties for those who attempt to seek asylum, but I'm not seeing anything else here for, as it relates to immigration.
In terms of what the actual plan is going forward. Yeah, so those are just some of the key points that we were pulling out in terms of what Trump's view is and what Kamala Harris's position would be. All right, we have a call. And hi, caller, good morning.
Good morning, angels.
Good morning.
How are you guys today?
Very good. Let me see your finger.
You saw my finger?
Let me see your finger.
I sent a picture to you with my finger.
Oh, okay. I didn't open that part yet. Sorry. I didn't see it yet. Sorry.
Okay. All right. I sent a picture with my finger.
All right.
And all the other things. Yeah. So you mentioned about immigration with Mr. Trump. But if you notice, immigration only applies to people of color. People of color. Nobody from Europe. They call them immigrants. They don't call that. So that is something I learned when I was in England. I used to live there. My stepfather used to tell me that. When it comes to people of the same complex of Caucasian, we call them the kit and kin. They always look after them. Always, no matter where they come from, they always look after them. And a simple example we have here. Immigration to deport is all black folks or people of color. Like you mentioned, look at his wife and former wife. They're not immigrants. They came from another country. They're not. I'm going to give you something. My uncle, we call him uncle. Back in the Caribbean, people, growing up in the country, in the family, aunt and uncle. But he's related to me. He passed away right after COVID. I ended up burying him. He used to work for Trump's father. He retired under Trump's father. When Trump's father died, he went to look at the body. At the viewing, they would not let him in. Or they did not want to let him in. That tells you something. But I think the secretary came out and he recognized my uncle and he said, no, he's okay. He works for him and they let him in. That is the kind of thing. And I personally could vote for somebody like that. Hell no, I cannot. I cannot. And plus, I'm a union man. And my union, which is one of the biggest in whole of North America, endorse him. I know I like a co-worker is not going to vote for the company, They're not going to vote for him. You know that. And that happens all around. You can, no matter how big you are, you can tell people to do this and that. They don't have to listen to you. So we know that. So I did my stuff 2 weeks ago, and I'm waiting to celebrate tonight. I think she's gonna win big. Believe me.
Yeah, I don't even know if I'm ready to call it. I don't know if I'm.
People underestimate what's going on here.
Yeah.
With all those millions of people who signed up, young people, and all that money that she collected, and they're going out knocking on doors. Today, we'll tell on the lines today. We'll tell. The more lines they have out there, the better for her. So we will see to it. But I'm waiting patiently. I'm confident. All right, so
all right.
that's my take. All right, have a good day, angels.
You as well.
Okay.
Thanks. All right.
And read my message. Or respond to my message, please.
All right, I will.
Okay.
All right. So
the judgment is set. Tomorrow we will see. You don't know that song?
Not even with you singing it. So I don't know if I know it, but probably not even with you singing it. All right.
So tomorrow we will see, what is going on. That's the thing that we're going to be keeping up to date with. The elections in America. Tomorrow we shall see. We shall see. So at this time we are going to leave this segment, and we're just going to play some ads, and then we will be right back with you at 9 o'clock, not only live, but we will be back with you to bring you our ECCB bank rates. All right.